Alright guys, just a quick disclaimer, I just want to play League of Legends, I'm chill. Anything negative that's said isn't like, yeah, I'm not, I support all the stuff that goes on. I forget my camera's here, it used to be over there, now it's in front of me. I'm a Diamond 2 solo queued player in League of Legends. I just support's my worst role. I'm doing support for a team though. Some good players, some historically I think they're like masters and stuff. I'm historically masters solo queued. And I heard there's some nice stuff from the casters in here, and I wanna listen in. And let's hear it. See what happens. This is game 1 of a 3-day tourney. It's a round robin style. Yeah.
No, we got it.
Okay.
Let's max that volume.
What's up, everybody? My name is Andrew Mercy Taylor,
This is
and
gonna be
I
a
have
long
the honor and the privilege for joining you for this weekend's Military Gaming's League of Legends tournament, where our teams will be competing for $250 in cash prize. And while I could try to do this by myself, and you would probably be very bored and not entertained, I luckily have the honor and the privilege of casting with none other than James
Oh my God, I like this
Johnson.
chat.
James, how you doing, man?
Cash. Where?
I'm doing great.
I want to know where the cash is.
I'm really looking forward to this turn. Have some.
Well, we're super glad to have you here. I know I'm very excited to be casting with MGL. This is my first time casting with this organization, and I am very excited to do so. I very much got the impression from Sham Shield, who is, I believe, one of the founders or co-founders, that he is very, excited and ecstatic to bring the military together to be able to share something like gaming with everyone. And today we're going to be doing it with League of Legends as we do it for the rest of the weekend. So to start things off, we're going to be having the US Army Esports team taking on TwistedSin. And what you're going to see is the game series going is going to be the best record is going to face off on Sunday in a best of 3 final match. These will be best of 1. So as we start to look at this and we're going to get ready for champ select, Gamer Tribute, is there something that you've been seeing in the meta recently that you think is going to show its head as we start to get into these pre-made 5v5s?
Sorry,
I'm looking forward to seeing if we're going to see some of the interesting things that we'll play. Some things like the Sonateric bot lane. Just some interesting things in the meta. See how these teams are going to come out here and do this.
Yeah, Sonateric has been pretty prevalent. We've been seeing it coming up. It's a little bit harder to execute at this level, even though most of these players for Army Esports or Diamond, as far as TwistedSin, they're gold and platinum, can still be hard to execute on. But one of the things that we've seen is the prevalence of the shielding or enchantress style supports coming out that are going to have this like protect the ADC composition. So I'd love to see a lot of players coming from the ADC, but now we don't have to speculate because we're going to get into picks and bans.
Absolutely.
So Army Esports is going to be on your blue side of the map. They will have first ban as well as first pick. TwistedSin Esports is going to be on your red side. While they don't get first pick, they will have last pick and be looking to counter. And we see a Soraka ban coming out very early, targeted over at DTUB.
Yeah, that Soraka ban was really fucking really weird. See how little I can.
Yeah, so DTUB has played Soraka in the majority of his games this year. He's sitting at about. Check that out. Take that away.
Yeah, it's got a 51% win rate in this season. About a 1.9 KDA, a little bit low, something that you don't really want to see all the time. But now they're going to take the Yasuo away from the mid laner, which is, I believe, Manatee Waffles could be pointed to MCQ2 because we see that pit flexed on either side.
Yeah, I think that's actually geared more towards MCQ2. Does have a 50% win this season with Yasuo, with about 70 games played up in the top lane.
Yeah, with that many games played and having that kind of track record, it really shows a mastery of the champion. So Army Esports is going to do well to go ahead and respect that pick. We also see over on the other side for TwistedSin, we saw the Karma and the Zoe. The Karma, even though it can be played, it's become a triple flex pick with being able to go top tank Karma, which is the worst meta I've ever seen in my life. Mid lane or the support, it's just been so strong, and you can buff your ADC, and they do not want to let a guy like talented for Army Esports get rolling.
Yeah, I'm interested to see that Karthus ban come out. I thought he kind of fall. But I guess they still are kind of afraid of seeing that, and they're going to ban it out.
Monkman is huddle.
Yeah, they're going to ban the Karthus. That's directly pointed over at Manatee Waffles. Manatee Waffles, while he is gold this season, has been a Masters player in the past, and that's been on the back of Karthus. He was a very prevalent Karthus player. Knows the mechanics, knows that champion in and out. While you may think he might just be a press R and win champion, he does have some more mechanical play, as he has a lot of skill shots to deal with. But we see an early Jarvan coming out of the side of Army Esports, and they're really looking to prioritize that heavy jump attack.
That also might be a pick to take away from Hotto. He is a Jarvan main, with his win percentage on Jarvan this year sitting at 71. They're probably also taking that just to get that away from him.
Yeah, Hidden definitely no slouch on that Jarvan. He plays a lot of Lee Sin. With the Taric being locked in, it's interesting to see if we're going to get the Sona coming out on the other side, or if it's just going to be Taric by itself. Taric is not a terrible support as compared to Sona currently. Sona can just be bursted so easily that if they were to take Sona first in that round, they would have essentially lost the draft right away. But we see the Taric, we see the Sejuani. We know that we have very good synergy between those two champions. And now a Kai'Sa lock-in, which is going to go over to the Talented.
Kai'Sa was not a... Wait, was there a better pick than Kai'Sa?
So let's see how they round out this last pick before the next set of bans. See what position they try to fill here. If they try to put in their support so they can lock their bot lane in, or if they want to blind pick a top laner or a mid laner.
Yeah, we actually will see the Lux, and that can be flexed to the mid lane. We more than likely will see It's Me that's OP on that champion. Speaking of OP, that is 100% OP pick right now. You can go Guardian or Aftershock on that champ. It does well into the range matchup or the melee matchup. So with Taric, you're more than likely going to see Lux go in for the Aftershock, be able to survive that all in. And now we see an Orianna coming out. So we see a very team fight centric composition coming forward for TwistedSin.
Who else would
they're locking in a lot of CC in that first part of the draft.
It's the pick that I would want to do.
Yeah, tons of CC. You have Sejuani that is a half decent ball delivery system for the Orianna. Can take that command protect, can go ahead and get in and try to get you that big shockwave.
Right.
But now we're going to see the next round of bans coming out. We will see the Vladimir. So they believe that they want to get Porkchop off some of his most prevalent champs and make sure that he can't take over this game. And it's going to be tough because Porkchop is a guy that's very flexible in his pick.
You don't do damage to her. So you go in on her, she Qs, and then you won't really be doing damage to her. It's really nice for her.
So Army Esports coming down to the wire here for the last ban. It will be a Vayne pointed over at Steaming Bath. They want to make sure that they take away any kind of Kai'Sa counters. Normally Vayne can just go fairly even, but Kai'Sa really wants to just be able to farm it out. She does have a little bit more of a early game priority than Vayne, but once they both start to scale, it becomes who can auto attack the fastest. So they don't want to get into that match.
Hold up. No way you picked Caitlyn. I'm flaming Caitlyn pick, and I think he picked Caitlyn this game.
Now an Ahri
I just have
over
this
towards
weird
Alacrity.
hatred for
Alacrity has been playing this champion a lot. He's been doing it with the
Army.
Glacial Augment, going for that Twin Shadows or the Hextech GLP build. And now the last thing that's going to come out is going to be a Rumble ban from Army Esports, which I'm surprised by because they have been favoring the Rumble lately.
Well, MCQ2, their top laner,
I'm happy we got Nari.
Rumble is his main. He's got about 85 games played with 60% win rate on so far this season, so that's definitely a targeted ban towards him.
Yeah, he showed a lot of success. One thing I'm surprised by is that they did not ban out the Gnar, who he has played a lot of, and it might be because they feel like Porkchop has a counter to this pick. So we'll see what Army Esports decides to lock in the last two.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like,
for
I kind of want
Alacrity in the
Hotto to
mid lane, who
lose.
can absolutely destroy his lane opponent on this champion. Between that champion and Zed, the guy has so many games on it. And when you watch him play, you're able to see the proficiency that he has on those champions. And so Army Esports with the final pick, and it's going to be possibly the Jax here for Porkchop. Jack's a pretty decent pick into Nars, able to chase him down, but he's maybe rethinking his options. It will be an Aurelia. Is going to get beat up early, but man, if he gets a chance to scale, he might just absolutely dominate people.
Yeah, he'll definitely get a chance to get in there and hope get through those tanks and get to the back line. That's the reason I think they're going with the Aurelia is she can dash around, avoid some of that CC that Twisted.
So like Army team has some potential.
So we start to look down the lines, and these team compositions are starting to shape themselves out.
Won the draft. That was really huge for us.
The Aurelia into the Gnar I'm interested by, because if the Aurelia can survive that Gnar harass coming from the multiple boomerangs, the hyperprots coming off, and things like that, it's going to be a interesting matchup in the top.
Syndra can't really make a good pick on us because
we'll see how he does with it.
Syndra is, Sivir. Oriana.
So as we get to get into this team composition, we're going to do a quick rundown of some of the players that are in this game, so you get to know a little bit about them, feel kind of connected to the person that you're watching, understand where they're coming from, what they do. Just like we said with Military Gaming League, every one of these guys is either active duty reserve or a veteran. So we'll go ahead and run that down real quick, and I'm going to start with the Army Esports side. It's a side that I'm more familiar with. I cast most of their games and produce a lot of their streams. But Porkchop in the top lane, he is a active duty Army soldier. He's a Fortune Hotel early warning systems operator. He's stationed out of Fort Sill. He got to go to PAX with the team. Got to meet General Milley there. He is currently D4 in solo. The highest he's ever been is D1. He loves to play Kled, but this time he'll take the Aurelia.
I want to hear what they say about me.
All right, and going against him in the top lane is MCQ. He is in the Army. He's a 12B combat engineer. Has been on active duty for 2 years. Currently stationed out of Fort McCoy. One of his fondest memories is graduating OSET at Fort Leonard Wood. Currently, he's sitting in Platinum 2.
I'm pretty sure
his highest rank ever is at Diamond 4.
Graduating EIP.
His favorite champs are Gnar, Rumble, and Yasuo.
It is technically an achievement, but still.
Yeah, so when we look over in the jungle for Army Esports, it's going to be Valencia. He's an Army. He's a 25 Bravo. He deals with computers all day, so he's in his zone right now, getting to play. He's been in the Army for 3 years. He's currently in California. His fondest memory is interesting. It's seeing my body change and the better over the course of my military career. He's still 130 pounds soaking wet, so a fairly interesting statement from him.
Okay.
But now I'll kick it to you for the jungler for the side of TwistedSin.
So I'm going against him in the jungle for TwistedSin is Hato. He is U.S. Navy and Intel. He's been on active duty for about 1 year, currently stationed at Fort Gordon. His fondest memory is playing in the Heroes of the Dorm tournament while he was at UConn before he joined the military. He's currently Diamond 2. His highest rank is Diamond 1, and his favorite champs are Lee Sin and Elise.
See?
Yeah, and so now we get the chance to go over and look at our mid laner, Alacrity. He's in the Army. He's a 68 Whiskey Combat Medic. Been in for 2 years. He's at Fort Bliss. His highest rank he's ever been is a D1 in solo queue. He loves mid lane. He's a Zed and Syndra main, but also has a affinity for the Ahri and Oriana.
Yeah, and going against him in the mid lane is going to be Awful. He's an Army, a 35N signal intelligence analyst. Been in for 7.5 years. Currently at Goodfellow. His fondest memory is being stationed in Seoul, Korea, and traveling the Pacific. He's currently Plat 2. His highest rank has been Master, like he said before. And his favorite champs are Karthus, Twisted Fate, and Ahri.
Then down on the ADC for the Army Esports team is going to be Talented. He's a 79 Romeo, which is a recruiter. He's been in for 8 years. He's currently stationed in Wisconsin. His fondest memory is getting to meet up with the esports team over at PAX East. He's currently D4. His highest that he's ever been is D1 in seasons 4 and 5, and he likes to play a lot of Draven.
And he will be going against Steaming Bath. He's Army 15R Apache Crew Chief. He's been on active duty for 4 years, stationed at a Fort Drum. He doesn't have a fondest memory, so maybe we need to make some this tournament. His highest season rank is Plat 1. His current rank is Plat 1. And his favorite champs are Vayne, Kaisa, Caitlyn, Ezreal, and Ashe.
Then in the support role for the Army Esports, you're going to have It's Me, that's OP. He's in the Army. He didn't give us his MOS, so I'm going to say he's a 75 Delta Tiny Dancer. He's been in the Army about 1 year. He's also stationed at Fort Bliss. He loves to play Pike, and his favorite memory is this bio that I just gave for him.
All right, he is going up against DTUB, also in the Army, 35N Signal Intelligence. He has been on active duty for 2 years, stationed out of Fort Campbell. His fondest memory is graduating from basic training in AIT. His current season rank is D2. His highest rank is D1. And his favorite champs is
Hold up.
Is all of them. The guy does play a lot of champs, has a very massive champ pool. But with that, we are into the game.
Hold up.
And we are a lot of...
And his training in AIT. His current season rank is D2. His highest rank is D1.
Huh? Hold up. So you got over here fucking... My highest rank solo is Masters. I put 104 LP up there. And 2, those are 2 different queues that you put up. My current solo queue rank is Gold 1. My current solo queue rank in Twisted Tree Line is D2. And my highest solo queue rank is D1. My highest solo queue Twisted Tree Line rank is Masters. That was... I just had to clarify.
And his favorite champs is all of them.
Yeah.
All of them. The guy does play a lot of champs, has a very massive champ pool. But with that, we are into the game and we are on to the Rift. No more talking about the summoners. We're only going to talk about the champions and we're going to see where we're going to go from here. Army Esports likes to invade and they're going to do it over up on that red side. But it looks like the side of TwistedSin is just going to play a slow early.
No. DTUB is D23 is not real.
Yeah, so we see TwistedSin go over to their blue buff and set up. We do have some engages coming down right here in mid lane.
Yeah, catching out Manatee Waffle is a quick Q is going to come in for Pork Chop. He hasn't blown the flash yet. There is going to be the barrier. One summoner blown, but at least a short cooldown compared to that flash.
Yeah, absolutely. He was lucky to get away with just having to an easy first blood if they would have wanted to burn some flashes in there to follow him through.
Yeah, not willing to overcommit at this point in time, and Army Esports does back off that invade. We'll just get deep vision, and now we're going to have mirrored jungler clears for the side of TwistedSin and Army Esports, with both junglers starting up blue.
Yeah, so, and then bot lane, Lux and Kaisa were sitting in that bush hoping to maybe get some... They came in the bush, but...
Yeah, that's one of their favorites to live for that early harass. DTUB taking a little bit of harass himself, so we'll see who's able to get priority. One thing to note in this bot lane, one of the biggest advantages that you can seize upon in the early game is the early level 2. So that comes after the first minion wave and then killing the first 3 melee minions. So we'll see who's going to be able to get that advantage. And right now, an early gank up by Valencia on MCQ2 is able to burn that flash, and that's going to be a long 5-minute cooldown that he has to remember that he is exposed to another gank.
Absolutely. Sonar's going to have to play a little bit more passive now. This gives her really a good chance to take advantage and get some farm early game where she would get out-poked by the ranged Gnar.
And again, we see some good trading going back and forth. Now MCQ2 getting a good trade onto Porkchop, but has to remember with that summoner spell down, he is in a disadvantageous position.
You can't get challenged today.
Oh, a good stun comes from barrier. He just has to flash in. He's not going to do it. He's playing safer now, but that means no summoners for Manatee Waffle.
For sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Now that's going to put him at a big disadvantage. It's going to leave him for the next couple minutes with no summoners either way.
Oh, first blood is going to go over to the Hado with a well-timed gank coming up for Porkchop for playing too aggressive with no vision. That's going to be a good amount of money going over to the side of TwistedSin.
So blue has
and now that advantage that was built in top lane might be blown, but actually Porkchop teleports right back in.
TwistedSin has a lot of more defense.
Yeah, so he's going to be right for a return gank for that to just come right back.
Yeah, Talented summoned into the turret, but they're going so ham over on the Sivir. They're not going to be able to get the kill. DTUB looking for the follow-up damage on Talented, not able to find it. Means that no kills go over, but that will be a skill burned for the side of the Sivir.
Yeah, and Jarvan is rolling, moving down to the bot side of the map. They're going to look to push this wave in and maybe get a dive on her tower here.
Yeah, right now, TwistedSin Esports is not
Nice.
thinking
That-
about
when I
this. The
saw-
spell
I
shield's going
was
to come
so
out. That means there's no spell shield for the follow-up damage. A flash in from Talented means that he's going to be able to get the kill. DTUB now left on his lonesome. He's under turret. There's going to be no knockup to come
Valencia's
through.
wasting time.
Talented eats a turret.
Oh, I
Now
remember.
displays the rest of the style more than likely.
Oh God, I remember.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna be able to do it that way.
No.
Through, so they push out underneath. They're just gonna
Yeah,
try to hold him there so he
No,
can't back.
I'm gonna flash
Yeah,
it.
gonna hold on.
Oh.
They're gonna see if they maybe want to make the dive. They'll have to juggle the aggro just so correctly. And so now it looks like they're wanting to make this happen.
Oh, they missed it on the
Valencia's
camp.
A flash from DTUB is going to miss Valencia. That means that there's going to be nowhere else to go. That's going to be DTUB going down, and that's too over-talented on this Kaisa. The place that you want your hyper carry to be is in
That
a
was so
position
gross.
that is leading.
So gross. There was
Absolutely.
no reason
Getting those 2 kills on
I should miss a
the
flash
Kaisa
stun
is going to be a
onto
huge
Kaisa.
benefit. She's going to hit that for Sivir. And the one thing you want to do with a Sivir is you got to stay ahead of her.
Yeah, do not want to get behind that
Okay.
ADC that is able to just deal damage over and over with
The
those
Syndra seems to
ricochets
be
and the
winning,
boomerang blade.
mid.
But
Pretty
right
good,
now, Lafferty
but
looking to get some damage is going to be able to find that
she's
stun.
missing her abilities,
Not going to be
which
able
is
to
a
find
problem for
anything else, but he does have the level advantage as well as the farm advantage. And Army Esports making a pretty large farm advantage across the map.
There's a gank coming mid.
Yeah, Porkchop actually looking to get the kill in top lane, but now Lafferty has the flash out of the
Really
way. He's
had
able to get the stun, which
more
is going to
strong
buy him some time.
items
A
than
flash from
her.
Hado is going to do nothing because he actually failed it, but the speed up from the command dissonance is going to get the distance, and Hado will be able to take him down. He is 2-0 right now on the
Hado popping
Sejuani, showing
off
a
was really
very
big for us.
good mastery of this champion.
It was a good spell shield.
We got Army Esports looking to possibly trade in the spot lane. Talented not going to find the W on anybody for right now. It's me that's OP is
So you
going
see
a
that
little
run
bit
up?
aggressive, able to get the
That
root, and they
run
want
up
to get in on this. There's the Ignite. There's going to be the damage. That's going to
is
be
what made me
Talented on the
so
play
happy
spree. Now
all
he
game.
is 1v1 versus DTUB. The stun is going to land, but I don't know if it's going to be
She
anything
tunnel
else. Here
vision
comes
on
the
trying to
last
get
proc.
Sivir.
Not going to be able to get the damage.
get
Character a
Kaisa
little
fed.
bit too tanky at this point in time.
It works out.
Yeah, it's pretty hard
But
to 1v1 a Taric at this
I
point. of the
really
game.
want Sivir to get items.
He's just his base
So-
stats and his tankiness are so amazing.
Yeah, in a very tanky position at this point in time. So, you know, not afraid of anything. But
I feel like
when
we
you
won
go
that
ahead
trade.
and if you look at the gold lead, you can see that there's already almost a 1K gold lead for this Kaisa, which you start to
Also,
worry about
blue
because as both of
team
these
is
are
being
late
better
game
with control
champions,
wards,
if Kaisa is able to get
but
there,
it's
you
not
know,
really benefiting them. It's
almost
just
10
putting
minutes
them behind
before
the
you,
goal.
you're going to have a hard time. Alacrity getting damage
For
over the
vision
mid lane.
gain, it's not really
Yeah,
getting
and that's a
good.
very early dragon taken. And that's definitely going to help them out with this
They have
early
4
push that
controllers
they,
on
and
the
the
map,
early
we
that
have
they've
1.
built.
Yeah,
But
one of the best
the
races
benefit
to
they're
get
getting
that
from their
Infernal, getting
cores
that
is not
extra
that
amount of
much.
damage. Alacrity actually going to pull that blue buff over the wall. Little cheeky play, able to keep it for himself and get the steal on that large buff.
That's one of my favorite things to do with Syndra is just to go in when a red or a blue buff and just go ahead and just pull it over the wall so you can have.
Every once in a while, he'll take that pool level 1, and he'll just grab it from the enemy jungler over
Nice!
the wall just to reset it. And now Porkchop looking to go in, does have access to the ultimate. Has to remember the Meganar is going to come up soon though. He decides to pull off that play, and it's probably because that rage bar was a little bit too high.
Yeah, if he would have dove under, he
He's
could have
farming
got
up,
that
he's getting
rage
good trades.
stunned up under tower, and that could have been.
Oh, but Alacrity's here with a well-timed run. Here comes the ultimate. That's going to be a flash. That's 3
Nice,
tower shots.
nice,
And now a
nice.
stun onto Porkchop might mean
That's
that
a
he
hot
goes down,
one.
but now he's in a bad position. Hado's looking to get the 1v2. Is he going to be able to find it? Porkchop's getting the damage, though. He's got the Tiamat. He might be able to reset here. The Q is still on cooldown. Will not be able to find that kill. Orianna is roaming to that side as well. So Manatee Waffles will be able to try to protect his jungler, but Valencia is
Jarvan's
coming
coming
in.
up as well. Yep.
Yeah, the Flawless Duet is going to be able to land on Manatee Waffles, going to buy Porkchop a little bit of time. They do not have vision of Valencia
Okay,
coming
well
in.
played,
He
Valencia.
was not spotted. Here comes the damage. There goes the Shockwave. That's going to be an auto attack. That's a
engage,
shutdown
just stay there.
going over the Orianna.
Couldn't
And
really do
Valencia
anything,
just
so-
watched it happen from the sidelines.
Well, I think in that case he knew that if he would have jumped, other than take damage and maybe give them the opportunity to chase. So that might be a good.
Able to get a kill, but a shutdown goes over to the side of DTUB. DTUB trying to get some damage, but it's me that's OP on the Lutz, just has a little bit too much right now. So shutdown does go over to TwistedSin, but it is on the Taric,
That
and it is
shutdown
at
was
the
good for me.
expense of Talented
So I could
having
get the full
4
jungle
kills and
item,
an
so I could
assist
get
already.
even more gold. And once it activates, I'll have.
Yeah, he's still going to be
but it's mainly I can
super far ahead in this lane.
Power farm that gold with the 4 stacks.
Has a small, well, actually,
it's only
15 CS lead. So on top of the extra kills, that's definitely going to lead to a bigger item spike way earlier.
Yeah, 15 CS lead, but a 1.2k gold lead at this point in time. Has already finished the Manamune. If you are not used to this Kaisa build, it has become fairly meta. It lets you hit your Q evolve much faster, and then you can go straight into the Gensus and finish out that E evolve as well. So we now just see Porkchop trying to clear under turret, but MCQ2 trying to give him the hands as well and not let him do it for free.
Actually, that's one of the good advantages of Aurelia at this point in time, is that he can poke while twisting her tower. Just keep pinging her with boomerangs.
Yeah, Terracall comes out, they go invulnerable. Steaming Bath is going to have to trade this well, but it's me that's OP is able to get the lockdown, and that means Talented can get the kill. But here comes Sejuani. Hado is once again in the right position at the right time to make the gank happen. He's going to try to get the slow, but you can't slow that bear, but the ultimate's going to come out from Hado as well. Pops the flare, gets a little bit of BN, but he's going to end up paying for it. DTUB has to flash that away. Here comes the teleport coming from Alacrity, or from Porkchop. He wants to get in as well. 1Q. One auto is going to do it. They're going to be able to lock down the Sejuani in place, but Porkchop does not.
However, we still have a better team composition, and they're not winning hard enough. So
yeah, that was a great fight. There was good rotations there. Junk coming in, both sides.
Put a control ward in that try,
double TP used to get down there in that bottom lane.
Yeah, Manatee Waffle's looking to go in on Alacrity here. Alacrity has no mana, and now here comes Valencia with the huge flash over the wall. A flash from Alacrity is going to keep him safe. There goes the barrier, but the Ignite is ticking down. That means Valencia is able to get the kill on Manatee Waffles. But well played by both mid laners, showing them mechanical prowess. And once again, Hado is going to come looking for this game, but maybe Talented has sniffed it out. Now he decides to just go in. He's trying to get the damage onto Steaming Bath, uses the killer instinct to get the distance, but cannot find it. And that means that they're able to take down Talented for a third time.
Yeah, he was trolling really hard there. He should have just walked into us. He should have been autoing Sever to get as much damage off as possible.
Yeah, and again, TwistedSin is just rotating very well. They're responding to everything all over and quickly, so they're being able to trade kills even when they've been caught out in a bad position by the quick rotations.
And so it's me that's OP is actually going to get stunned up, has stepped out of position, but Valencia is here to counter this. And there goes the ultimate from Lutz trying to get the final spark, but not able to get the damage quite yet. DTUB starting to go low. A flash in from Steaming Bath, but there goes the root, and that's going to be almost good enough. They're able to take down DTUB. Steaming Bath ends up taking a turret shot, but it's going to stay alive for now. Hado once again, right place, right time. The dude is all over it. Every NCO would be happy to have that soldier on his side because he is always right place, right time, right uniform. The dude is looking good this game. 5-0-1 on Sejuani.
Yeah, he's going to start to get big. He's now looking for hungry, looking for another lane. Coming up mid, seeing if they can catch out that Syndra pushing up on this lane.
Yeah, looking to punish some of these mistakes, and Alacrity having some uncharacteristic positioning mistakes. 0-3-2 on the.
It's bad when my aggro just ends up me feeding. That's when it's bad.
High-paced game with 11 versus 11 kills, 22 kills before the 13-minute mark.
Nice!
Sejuani ultimate coming out. They're able to get the catch on Alacrity. He gets the stun. He presses the R. Is not able to get the damage. It's me that's OP is here to try to follow, but they will not find the counter kill. And now the teleport has come in for MCQ2. He has the Narbar charge. He's going to be able to transform. There's the stun. There's the wall up into the wall, and there goes Talented. His life is for forfeit as he falls, and that means the Drake is going to be on the board for the side of TwistedSin Esports.
Yeah, I don't think that Valencia can sneak in there. He might try to come in, but I don't think
too many mistakes by Talented and Lux.
Yeah, he's not going to live for too much more. It's not going to be worth trading your life for that Ocean Drake. So they're just going to go ahead and back off
Hado really kept us in the game.
All the while, though, they did leave the Porkchop in the top lane on this Aurelia, so we'll get a decent amount of turret plates, but Gnar will be up there to answer.
Yeah, so she got that down to 1, so that gives her a good advantage.
Everyone has items.
Tarek and Sivir are down there, kind of trying to even out that bottom turret, so taking those plates as much as they can to keep that even.
Yeah, one thing to consider is just looking at the the farm advantage for Porkchop in the top lane, 126 to 86 at this point in time, as well as 4 turret plates. So those 4 turret plates are going to be worth, almost 650 gold plus all that farm advantage, and that's why we see him at a 1.3k gold lead right now.
Irelia and J4, but J4 is the jungler, and he's playing J4, so he doesn't count.
Yeah, so Nar's been doing a lot of roaming. And
that miss made me feel so
but
good.
it hasn't
So I had
really
a
paid off
ward,
too much. He's gotten too.
so I was like, nope, this chick's done.
And we see
Vision
the
wins
switching
games.
of It's Me that's
Vision
OP
wins games.
showing up right there. Now
So right
Porkchop
now you
looks
can
to
see
go
on the
in,
map,
he's
we
able
actually
to use
have
the ultimate and is able to
control
close the distance, able to get the flawless
superiority.
duet. There is the wall up right there,
I've
comes
been
Valencia.
taking
That's going to be
out
him
control
locked into the
boards
cage. NCQ2 is going to try to turn this around, but not
So
going to be able to
it's
find
swapped.
it as Army Esports is able to take down the top
They
lane.
had
All the while,
early
though,
game
they lose
superiority,
first turret down
but
the
it didn't matter, we still got them,
Yeah,
and now we have superiority. and it's
TwistedSin
just
did
like-
rotate up to see if we can continue this fight.
Oh, good shockwave comes out of Manatee Waffles, but now the cooldowns are not going to be on his side. They're able to take him down. That's going to be a shutdown going to Valencia.
We were
They're looking to
talking about
chase
in
down
chat how we
Hato.
just
He has a
funneling
large
it,
bounty
funneling
on
it
his head, but the
earlier.
rest of his
It's just
team
a
is in
regular
tow.
video.
So that means Army Esports will
Well,
pull off the play.
Sort of. Kaisa would probably be better.
Absolutely. Now we got a big fight getting ready to happen. Actually, well, they're
This
going
is
to
like
back off.
really, I can't really do anything versus this team. She goes in.
Yeah, they
And
look
we
to
have,
try to
like, 3
reset
people
here. They
just
know that the
body
side of Army Esports is looking to also match that collapse in the mid lane. Porkchop once again left on his own in the top is going to clear the waves with the Q. The Tiamat plus Q combo means that waves just evaporate when Aurelia gets in front of her.
Yeah, Aurelia's getting to this point now where she's going to be push waves so quickly and put a lot of pressure on. Much if they're going to split push her.
Yeah, so we see that Aurelia getting to that T-Force power spike, has that 1 item power spike, will do very well once
So I
she's
rushed
able to
Knight's
get
Val.
the
I was actually wanting to frozen
which
power, and I wanted
probably
an
is going to be
Ardent
next
Censer,
on the
but I was like, I have
docket
enough
for the
gold for
side of
Knight's Val.
Porkchop.
I
Now
just
they're
need
looking
to
to
keep
maybe
Sivir
find some
alive.
picks, but
Mostly AD.
you start to look down the item builds, and we see
Sort of
Sivir is getting
50-50,
close to
but
completing that Infinity Edge
I
as
feel like
well
Knight's
as
Val
the
is the right
Essence
option. I can keep up with Sivir.
Yeah, and that's going to be her major power spike.
Being
is
able
that
to rush
push
Knight's
infinity.
Val, I feel, is the best
So,
option, as opposed to getting...
Once she has that, she's going to get that.
An ultimate comes out from
I think
Porkchop. He's
Rory
looking to get on Manatee Waffle. So much damage. A good shockwave is going to buy some time, but a flash comes in and it's not going to do anything. And now the other side is going to be a 4v3 as they're looking to turn this fight. DTUB is going to go ahead and try the front line, but he's starting to go so low. He's got about half a health bar left. It looks like J4 on the backside of the pit is able to get out, and that means that the fight is going to reset from here.
Yeah, there's not anything that they can grab on this, so both teams realizing that
They're
they're not going to be able
making
to
some good
take that objective,
skirmishes.
they're going to back off.
They're getting stuff, but... It's mostly
With
picks.
both teams deciding to reset, we can
So-
take a quick look at the gold, and we see that Talented is sitting on almost 13k gold at this time, so maybe want to back, but Valencia decides to go in. That's going to be a call to start the engage. Hato is starting to take some damage. He is frontline. He is tanky. He is fed at this point in time. MCQ2 is here on the Gnar, but the Taric ult has come out. That's going to be the call for the engage. They're able to get onto Alacrity. They're going to lock him in place. The CC train is too
don't think
good
it
for
was
the
a good
side of
Taric ult,
TwistedSin,
but
and they will take down the
ended
mid
up
lane
getting
for
something out
Army
of it, but now
Esports.
Taric
Once they
ult's
were able to
down.
get that pick, he didn't have a chance.
Normally that would be
Yeah.
pretty huge, but I don't think they can do anything about that.
And we see with that pit, that means that they're just going to be able to pressure that
So
mid
many-
lane tier 1
so many
turret, and they
cannon
will take that
minions
one
I
down.
haven't gotten.
Porkchop did
It's
push the
driving me
bot
crazy.
lane to the turret, but they will back off after that play.
Yeah, and that's going to be the advantage of TwistedSin's team comp is they're going to be able to find those easy picks. If they're picks are going to come really easy.
Yeah, now, we have that Talented is still has not bought at this time. He just now has 1,600 gold in the inventory. That means that with that back, he does have the Gensu's Rageblade as well as the Man Immune, which should transform shortly. At that point in time, he will be at a pretty serious power spike. So I look for Army Esports to maybe start having the favor in some of these team fights until Sivir can get that zeal.
Yeah, so as we start transitioning into this team fighter phase of the game, I want to see which team is going to really try to push and get the vision down. Right now, the entire bottom side of the blue jungle is totally blind with no vision from either team. So,
Yeah, it looks like they decided TwistedSin looked
I
at
think he
in the
means
mid,
the
but the
West.
Rift Herald being dropped in the top lane is going to draw their attention. Army Esports isn't going to do anything else with that play, though. They're just going to leave it there. It's not going to be able to take the turret. Just MCQ2 is going to be here early enough to stop that play.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Yeah, and usually when you drop Rift Herald like that, knowing one, the timer's running out on it, or two, they're just trying to keep the pressure on that lane so that that lane opponent can go down and roam and help somewhere else.
Yeah, now we see that the plays are starting to come through, and Porkchop wants to go in onto the other top laner, but Valencia has to get out of the way. He's not going to be able to do it. He's going to use the ultimate, but he's going to go down. There is the ultimate coming from Sejuani, but they were locked into the Jarvan ultimate, not able to get out. Here comes the Shockwave. The two-man Shockwave is going to be huge. They're able to take down a Lashley. It's me that's OP gets away with barely any of his life, but Talented is here to try to clean up this fight. Ultimates are down, but so are the team members for Army Esports, and that means no more follow-up can come. And Army Esports is getting picked apart as their vision is just not on point this game.
No, that was a great catch by Sivir.
They were actually doing pretty
end up that team fight.
fighting,
And they were able to push that down and get a turret.
just wasn't enough.
And now they're going to reset and see what the next objective is for them to take on it.
Yeah, and we see Alacrity is 1k gold down right now at this point in time. 0-7-3 on one of his most favored champions. So a very uncharacteristic look for him. And all
If I was
for
Alacrity, I would probably
for
be
surviving some of those things,
same
being able
thing.
to make those plays happen, and
There's a
having that
reason why I'm-
shockwave ready and on
Even though I've
point.
never played against him, I was 12-1.
Yeah, that was a
on
great
18.
two-man shockwave to
still
lock
know
that
he's
down and really swing that team fight
we have
in their
similarities.
direction.
I would probably go 0-7 too.
Okay, so now as we look down at the items, we can see that Sivir does have the Zeal completed. This probably is going to be the 100% crit strike chance Sivir that we've been seeing coming up. So it's Spectre to do tons of damage, and even those ricochets are just going to be absolutely melting everybody. Alacrity once again caught out by the ultimate of Manatee Waffles, is able to escape thanks to the shield of its me that's OP. But man, every time he is being caught when he steps out of base. And now here's the ultimate from Sivir. They're looking to run this one down. A good stun is going to stop Sejuani from coming in, but it's
Okay,
so Pete is
so
going
I
to go
think
down to the crit. He loses almost half his health bar to one single on
Their
attack from
intent
Steaming
on
Bath,
really
and that
enticing
means the
getting bundled
Sivir
pretty
is
good, 'cause
online.
either they
Teleport
haven't
from
been buying
NCQ2 is going to come in.
controls,
Valencia is going to get caught out. There's the Sejuani ultimate.
I
He
think they
goes in,
haven't
he's
been
going to
buying,
lock him
which
into the pit just
I
by
personally
time.
support.
Talented has to take the blast cone over the wall, and Army Esports has been sent running for the hills.
Damage.
Yeah, once again, TwistedSin was able to just react carries first and then chasing down the players that they needed to chase down. With that late teleport coming in, they really want to push for this inhibitor tower.
And we see that, you know, all the credits to TwistedSin, who lost the early game but have been playing to their team fight advantage. But now here comes the ultimate coming from Tarek, but they're going to be able to take him down. That immunity is going to go on to 3. MCQ2 is looking to get the
I
right part
lived,
built.
it might have
Porkchop
been
is wanting to go
fine,
in
but
but
I didn't
cannot find the
live,
angle at this
so.
point in time. Now here comes the Terror from Army Esports. There's going to be the stun. There's going to be 2 more shots. That's going to be the Major Nar, but Alacrity able to take down MCQ2. Can they find the rest of the team? They're
Very
looking to
good by
close the
Army.
distance, but I don't think they
We
have
didn't
it. They are
respect.
too fast
They
at this point in time.
took advantage.
And they might be no, I'm not going to make the Too Fast Too Furious joke. I'm going to stop myself. I'm just going to quit right there. I'm going to stop while I'm ahead. And that means a Baron turn is coming for the side
we still have
of Army
Orianna,
Esports.
Sedge, and
They have
Sivir.
Valencia in
I don't
tow,
think
but
this
this
Baron
will
call
be a
is very good.
50-50 Baron.
Yes, we don't have
as
the
they look
Tarek
to
for
pressure
less
this
support
because
and
Sejuani is
Nar
up
for the
and Halo
AoE.
is here and he is
He's 3 by
the same
himself,
level
should
as
be able to
Valencia,
do
so we'll be a
something
same level smite here. It's going to be very close, but
Tarek's
Army
on his
Esports
way.
decides they do not want to
Still
take
staying over
this
there.
risk. If they lose Baron, they lose the game.
Yeah. They knew it
Yeah,
was a
absolutely.
bad
That was
one,
probably a
so.
good call by them to pull out and not
Coded dude knows what's up.
not go for that Baron. If they would have given that up, even in with the way that TwistedSin has been pushing in on their turrets, they probably would have. That probably would have been the game.
Yeah, it's going to be very touch and go for Army Esports as they are not in the driver's seat. So if they lose a team fight, that could just mean they lose the game because the amount of weight clear and pressure that TwistedSin has started to put on is just insurmountable when you lose that kind of team fight. So we see that they do have some lane pressure in the bot lane, which is what they want for this next Baron fight. And now
Well,
we
yeah,
see
TwistedSin should be engaging on Vision on the backside of the Dragon Pit. And now they're getting that pretty much uncontested.
Yeah, no way to pressure that Ocean Drake. I don't think Army Esports wanted to make that call whatsoever. So they will just go ahead and back out there. But now they have started to move over towards the Baron, and while they might not start it, they will be able to get vision superiority in this pit.
So you see TwistedSin's just clearing out the vision around the pit, making sure that they have control.
Yeah, Army Esports has no safe way in. They have a dark path leading through their jungle to try to check this Baron, but it will be a reset coming out to the side of TwistedSin at this point in time.
Tarek has such
Yeah, so now US Army Esports is going through, and they're going to do the same thing that TwistedSin just did and try to clear out control of the Baron pit so that they have the advantage next time there's a fight.
Like, yeah, it doesn't work in combat, but
both the teams, even though TwistedSin got the jump to go ahead and get over that Baron pit first, Army Esports still has a decent amount of vision around that Baron with 1 ward in the pit and then 2 in the river. So they will be safe, and it will be TwistedSin taking the bat for now. So, Gamer Tribute, as you start to look at this fight, what does Army Esports have to do in this next team fight to finally come out on top with a team fight win?
Well, they need to get the Aurelia past that front line. If they can get rid of one of the carries, especially if they can get rid of Manatee Waffle and avoid getting caught into a multi-man shockwave, then they should be okay. They should be able to sustain long enough. But the main thing is going to be avoiding the CC and trying to get to that Sivir and get her out of that fight as soon as possible.
Ooh.
Yeah, and so now we see it. The side of TwistedSin is starting to make that fallback pattern over to the Baron, and the pings are coming down from Army Esports. They know that they've walked through the pit, but they're able to sniff out one of these wards. They are able to get locked down on the DTUB, but he's still just a little too tanky this one time. But Link has to find Manatee. There goes the ultimate. Might be in a bad position. That's going to be a flash, a good 2-man route coming out of the Lutz. Alacrity once again caught out, but here comes the ultimate from Porkchop. They're cleaning up this fight. Sipper is able to go legendary. They're not able to get to any of his carries.
Yes, they didn't kill me, so I can get more heals.
Instinct to get to the backline. There's a shutdown onto the Sipper. Hato is in a bad position. There's going to be flaws too wet for the Sun. Talented now. It has to be on the run. They're going to take the blast drone over the wall. MCQ2 is going to proc the Baron. This is going to start to go low. This is looking dicey. Hato is able to get the kill over onto Talented, and that's going to end up being a 2 for
That's exactly what I wanted them to go in.
Esports coming out on
Literally,
the side
what
of
I want is for them to go in.
TwistedSin did come ahead and
oh, it made me so happy.
Champions left alive at the end of that fight, but they really don't have anything left that they can really do with the on the map at this point. The mid lane was pushed up. They might be able to get that top tower, but they definitely won't be able to engage on Baron at this point.
I actually wanted Frozen Heart early, but
yeah, and at that fight, they tried to get onto DTUB and just not able to kill him. The healing that comes out of the Tarek is absolutely insane, and we see a Ardent Sensor, which is very strange for Tarek, but definitely did a lot of healing and added a lot of damage to that fight. But they were able to take down Steaming Bath, which was a 1,000 gold shutdown going over the Porkchop.
He has AP scaling.
Yeah, and that definitely was what they needed to get that shutdown
movement speed's nice.
Onto Porkchop. That definitely helps him get stronger and stronger on this Aurelia.
Yeah, and man, just Hato is having a heck of a game. 7-0-1 at this point in time on the Sejuani. His cooldowns are coming back up. Porkchop is getting the ultimate, though. He wants to try to go in, but on the other side, we see so much lockdown. Army Esports is just getting cleaned up in this fight. There's going to be 2-0 as Porkchop goes down, as well as Alacrity. That means the wave clear is gone, the damage is gone, and that should be Baron over to TwistedSin.
And that's one of the big advantages that TwistedSin is having with this. They were split that into 2 fights. Odyssey both
Yeah, now Valencia sent running for the hills. He's trying to get away. They're trying to make sure they can keep him out of the pit. They do not want a steal coming through. They see the Lutz throwing out the Q's, trying to get a little bit of vision. There will go their control ward. They get that true vision. Baron down to 3k health, going down to 2, make it close to 1. There goes the ultimate. That's going to be a secure coming up for Hato. Now Army Esports just has to run to try to stop the hemorrhage. They won't be able to find it. Alacrity is just now on the map. He's the only 68 whiskey on the team. He's the only one that knows how to tourniquet, apparently, because everybody else is just bleeding kills over to the side of TwistedSin Esports.
Wow, that was. I can't even follow up with that. That was such an amazing event. Like the
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Because they are bleeding now.
Yeah, and so now we see Army Esports is in turtle mode, as the only thing that they can do is look to try to survive. They are trying to stop this tier 2 top lane turret being taken, but there's going to be no way to step up to that 4-man stack.
Yeah, they're going to be able to just pretty much push in and take what they want. What US Army Esports needs to do at this point is just hold these waves as long as they possibly can until this Baron buff wears off. And then
we
hopefully
might have a
team fight
huge
that they can try to
advantage,
gain some advantage back in.
but
yeah,
like,
but at this point in
still
time,
can't,
you
like,
still have
dive
a
or anything,
decent
'cause if
amount
we
of time
dive, we're
on the
screwed.
Baron buff, so it's going to be very hard for Army Esports to find anything. No teleport on port shot means that no surprise flank can come, and then TwistedSin has done their homework, has done their tours. They've awarded the flank entrances. So Army Esports can only hope that
We're
they
sitting
can,
on a lot of gold too.
you know, maybe only lose one inhibitor here. But now they look to engage. Hato wants to get out there and get on the carries, but can't find it right now. A good stun and good flawless duet is going to buy Army Esports time.
Yeah, that was a good.
I think around here we just decided.
rejection
Nice,
that
and
push
that's
that
where
they
we
try to get
turn.
in.
That's what
Oh,
happened.
Manatee.
Manatee Waffle is just absolutely stomping Alacrity this game. Just a shockwave murders him. Here goes the ultimate coming out from the side of Porkchop. They want to get into this fight. They're trying to get on the carries, and now they're able to take down Jarvan. They're golden, and they're going to be safe for right now, and it's still going back and forth. 2 lost for the side of Army Esports means that they should just give up this inhibitor. There is no way to fight this team fight from here.
Yeah, once they hit that, once they got one out and popped that Terracle, it protected the whole team from anybody trying to come in and break that up. That was a done deal for them.
Yeah, Manatee Waffles did not take the back, and now the pings are going down from Army Esports to chase them
forgot it's
down,
not
but they
live chat.
will not be able to find that
put
kill. So one
Orange
inhibitor
ready
lost for
to
Army
be
Esports, but they
shit.
might call that a win at this point in time.
Yeah, and it's me, it's OP is still trying to keep this harassed, getting that back and resetting the lane.
And so at this point in time, they're just going to go ahead and take the 3rd Ocean Drake of the game. That's 4 Drakes over to the side of TwistedSin,
Normally,
1 over the
I would
Army
have,
Esports.
like,
And with that
Carrot
pickup,
needs
that
to
means
build
that Elder
mana
Drake
items
is going to be the
so he
next
can
Drake
just
onto
last
the
as
map.
long as possible.
Yeah, and having
His
4
Ocean
Drakes
Drakes
leading
have
into
helped
the
out
Elder,
so much,
if
allowing me to
US Army
go with,
Esports isn't able to find a way to
only have like
Elder Drake away, they
Sapphire
are
Crystal.
going to be really hurting if
Sapphire
TwistedSin
Crystal is
can
very
get that with
important for me.
4 Drakes on top.
Yes, they look
Orange
to
Sejuani
go ahead and
basically
push this tier
unkillable.
2 turret down in the bot lane. They will do so, and they will do it uncontested, as Army Esports is going to be too weak to be able to step up to this line. They
All
have
of
a
the
little bit of wave
NPCs
clear with the
basically
Sipper,
killable.
but other than
Just
that, the
Irelia
wave
and
clear is
J4 a little
abysmal
tanky.
when Alacrity isn't nearby with the Syndra.
Yeah, and that's kind of the problem with their team comp is they only really do
Oh,
2 wave clear options. So if it's a team fight, oh, that was a
That
nice
hurt.
stun.
we were so ready for
Yeah,
the
very nice
Gnarl.
stun by Army Esports, just stopping the back
So I'm
there.
sitting on, like, 2K
you know,
gold
not
right
going to be able
now.
to get a team fight off
And we
of it,
gotta
but now
pick.
once again, Alacrity caught out of position. Manatee Waffles being able to pitch up the kill in CQ2 using the boomerang
should
that's
have
going
stayed
down.
under tower.
Hato is going to flash in. They
J4
want
was
to end this
mid,
game
I
right
think
here.
it was top.
Good killer
They
instinct
went
by
way too far.
Talented is able to keep him
Yeah,
safe,
but
but
Orange
DTUB's going to pop the
Sejuani,
Terracle Smith.
Cyril.
That means the whole team goes immune. Steaming
messed
back
up
flashes
really
in.
hard.
This might be the fight that ends it all. And TwistedSin Esports has looked fantastic this game. They're going to take down another
I
inhibitor,
love
and they
Ocean
might
Drake,
try
and
to
I
end
can
it right
spam
here.
my Q against the towers and
And
stuff.
Jarvan went and got
Without
the
Ocean Drake, I
turret.
can't really do that. So I'll be
Yeah, that's going to be the only
With
thing that
Ocean
they
Drake, I
get.
can
It's going to be
scale
up
my
to
mana.
Porkchop. It's me that's OP and Valencia to be able to make this play happen. The ultimate's
over.
available for Porkchop. He's going to have to pop it. The Nexus is exposed. They use the wall up to get everybody away. They will try to get into the line. Porkchop wants to slice and dice his way through, but he will not be able to do it. TwistedSin Esports takes down the Army in our first MGL League of Legends weekend match.
And great job by TwistedSin. I think they won. As soon as that draft was over, they had so much CC, so many team fight engage with the Orianna and the Sejuani. Just a great team comp that they put together on that game.
Yeah, that was definitely a team playing to its win condition. They drafted team fight compositions, and they forced Army to team fight them at every step of the way.
Yeah, and they didn't panic when they fell behind a little bit in the lane phase. Esports did take advantage of their early lane pressure to get some good kills. But they did not panic and did a great job.
Yeah, it was very well played by both teams. They did a great job to, capitalize on their win condition, did very well to play to their strength. And with that, we're actually going to head over. We're going to talk to the jungler for the side of TwistedSin, and we're going to have none other than our own Maria, curly hair Maria Lopez, talking to the jungler Hato from TwistedSin. So guys, I'll go ahead and start it off. Hato, that was absolutely amazing. Crazy Sejuani play coming out from you in that last game. How did you feel about getting the Sejuani going into this matchup?
Honestly, our initial plan was we were trying to pick the Jarvan because between Valencia and I, we're both like some pretty big Jarvan players. So I don't know, it kind of got into my head. Like I kind of went into the game thinking that like, oh goddamn, I'm not playing like a comfort pick. But I don't know. We got some good picks like mid and like while they were like rotating and into top lane as well. So I just played off that essentially.
Okay, so we can see that your favorite champions are Lee Sin and Elise, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so what made you pick Jarvan for this game?
Sejuani.
Sejuani, I'm so sorry.
So I actually considered the Lee Sin, but we were looking for like more team fight comp, like a mid to late game team fight comp. And Lee Sin could have been all right, but we were just going for the safe pick of Sejuani, some more hard CC, some more reliable CC for our team.
There was definitely a good amount of CC there.
Oh yeah.
What was your guys' game plan as you walked into this game? Was there a lane that you were really looking to punish?
Honestly, I saw Alacrity mid who picks Syndra, so I was just trying to pressure mid because once you get the summoner spells off of like a mobile control mage, they're pretty easy to abuse. So I just tried to work off of that. I got like a free like first blood top though, but yeah.
So this is kind of off topic. Well, not off topic, but not related to today's game. So we're just trying to see if you have any goals after your enlistment. Do you plan on going pro, if anything? Totally
honestly,
random.
I wish like my dream job is to work in Reg's basement.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to be like his nanny, you know?
Seems like
dust
a pretty
his,
cool
dust his
job.
tables and stuff.
That's a pretty very specific thing that you've asked to do. Have you already applied for this job?
I've tried to. I've called him many times, but he hasn't. So if you know him or anyone out there know him, please help me.
They made me send in a casting reel, so maybe send in like a nanny reel of things that you can do, like as like a nanny, like look, I cook very well, I clean up, I can teach people things.
Of course. And I can wear like a nice dress and everything, you know?
There you go. you gotta play the part. you gotta dress professional to get the professional job, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys. So with that, thank you very much to Hato. Very well played this game, man. I appreciate you coming on for the interview.
Thank you all for watching.
After this, we're going to take a quick 10-minute break. Then we're going to come back for a second game of the night.
I feel like it was a
Esports is going to be taking on Flashlight. So guys, stick around. We will be back in 10 minutes with the next draft. We will see you then.
Woo! Have a nice time.